if it's been a long day at work or something, I'm like, I am not tired. I don't even know what tired is. Like I am standing on the shoulders of my mom and dad who, just fueled truly by optimism that the Statue of Liberty, that Lady Liberty and the United States is going to provide them with a better life and opportunities. I grew up with my parents telling me this wonderful story about how when my dad was little, there wasn't much that he had, but he had some dreams, like all of us, right, when we're little. And one of the things that he dreamed about was one day I'm going to see the Statue of Liberty. And he did. He made it over here to New York, made his life. I came somewhere along the way, and here we are. They first lived in Astoria in Queens, also another fabulous place in New York City. And they were looking for something with maybe a little bit, tiny bit more space. And they were looking around. They found Staten Island, and obviously the ferry. What more to love? One of the amazing things when I joined Time, my mom and dad shared with me that, we first met Time in the library in Korea when we were young children. And I love that they said, met Time. It's because it really was. They were meeting this amazing window into the rest of the world. And I get up every morning taking that so incredibly seriously, we are writing these stories. My parents, as little kids in Korea, halfway around the world, read the stories that Time put out in the world. My nephews will be reading these stories years from now when they look back at 2021 and are reading about the pandemic, reading about all the stories that happened. It is our deep responsibility to make sure that the voices who are bringing those stories to the world. Philanthropy has also been a really treasured part of my career. I've learned so much, and I think philanthropy really broadened my perspective on what are the tools and resources and ways that we can come together and make change. I always love to see is someone who's going to listen and sort of really be present with you and say, you know what, you are enough where you are. You are everything. And it doesn't matter that you may or may not know exactly what your next 1 to 2 to 17 steps might be. You're enough, and I'm here for you. And let's think about what it means for you to get up in the morning and be so proud of yourself and to create the value you want to see in the world and possibly make some people around you better and make those connections. And let's do that.
So optimism is hope. I think it's being hopeful and being hopeful in your world, in your life, and it's possibilities for anything. Beyond the initial grant, my first ever Citizens Committee for New York City gives us access to their vast network of key decision makers, city resources, and community organizing knowledge. Be a New Yorker for New York and donate today.